And hi, and welcome to the Opinionated Bitch. I am your fabulous drag queen host, Prince Electro Diamond, and today, in this second episode of the Opinionated Bitch, I'm going to talk about the LGBT community and LGBT rights. I still have to say, in the year 2022, I can't believe that we're still having the discussion of gay people being born that way, or gay people being a sin. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's 2022. It's so fucked up that homosexuality is still illegal in 69 countries. Like, what the fuck? I mean, gay people, we've had to fight forever. In fact, DOMA was signed into law in 1996 and wasn't repealed until 2015 by the Supreme Court. So, everyone who thinks, especially from younger generations, everyone who thinks that gay people have always had it good need to, wake the fuck up and realize that we all had to hide. So many of us, I would remember, I originally came out as bisexual, and even that was such a big outrage and controversy among the church that I was in because I dared to be different. And that's probably what I should say should be the direct message to everyone who is gay or is in the closet and is scared to come out. Dare to be fucking different. Don't give a shit about what anybody says. And anyone who tells you that this hasn't been a fight clearly doesn't know anything about the Stonewall riots that happened on June 28th, 1969, where the cops literally invaded the Stonewall Inn's bar and were taking people out one by one and arresting them for being fucking gay. And in fact, it was not as it was depicted in the movie Stonewall, but it was Marsha P. Johnson, a trans woman, who threw the first brick at Stonewall against the police. And even with gay adoption, until 2017, same-sex adoption laws varied by state. And that sort of thing is scary. Well, no, it isn't scary. It's sad to think about. And in fact, anyone who thinks it's 100% gotten better clearly doesn't know. In 2021, 57 fatalities happened to transgender and non-conforming people. That was up from 44% in 2021. And 13% of LGBT people have experienced inequality when it comes to healthcare. 14% of LGBT people have avoided treatment for fear of discrimination. 70% of trans people reported transphobia when trying to receive health services. This is all shit that I feel should make people want to say, why? Why the fuck are we fighting this fight? And I'm talking about the homophobic people on the other side. I'm not talking about us, people in the LGBT community. We have to fight. We have to fight because if we don't, and they win, they will force us all back in the fucking closet like they did back in the olden days. And I'm here to tell you, we ain't fucking putting up with that shit. I will say this. I am one of those people. I will be standing strong in solidarity against any form of LGBT retaliation. I will be one of those people. I will go to a fucking protest. I will literally call out of work, go to a fucking protest in full drag just to prove the fucking point that you cannot silence us. If the fascists take over, which I'm fucking scared about, but if the fascists take over, you cannot fucking scare us. And again, I'm going to point out more stats because people still don't get it, that 45% of trans people reported their general practitioner not having a good understanding of their needs as a trans person, and 55% of non-binary people also reported that same feeling with their general practitioner. People need to wake up and get educated. It's 2022. I know I'm going to keep saying that, but I thought by now we would be in a better place. I didn't think that we were going to have to feel suppressed in society still. It was like, honestly, it felt like we had a few good years under the Obama administration with gay marriage being legalized and with Lady Gaga's Born This Way and everything like that. But at some point, I feel it was the moment that Trump took office. Everyone thought, oh, well, now it's okay to be a bigot again. We gave them a good 4 or 5 years, but fuck it. We're going to let them feel bad. And as the stats keep going, 90% of trans people reported experienced delays in receiving transition-related health care. Why is this a thing? Like, I understand the argument of people not wanting young children to receive hormones. I understand that argument because of some of the circumstances where people have realized that maybe they're not trans, they just are so fed, they're so fucking spoon-fed with this fucking bullshit about men have to do this, women have to do this, men have to do that, women have to do that. I am so glad, I'm hoping, that shit ended with my generation. Because we need to change. But since there are still homophobic families out there, I will continue to read more stats. 46% of gay and bi people and 40% of trans people feel unable to be open about their sexual identity and gender identity with their family. These numbers need to be going down, people. These numbers don't need to be keep going the fuck up. These numbers need to go down. So this is what I have to say to the homophobes. The Bible doesn't say anything about being against homosexuality. And just because you interpret it that way doesn't mean that it's fucking true. And newsflash to everyone. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to tell you how to parent, but that's your fucking kid. Doesn't matter if they're gay, straight, bi, trans. That's your fucking kid. Your flesh and blood. And you're going to fucking turn your back on them because they didn't live according to your Bible. They didn't live according to your invisible man in the sky. They didn't live according to some book that was written allegedly 2,000 years ago. What the fuck? I'm sorry I'm getting so angry, but seriously, what the fuck? I don't understand. I mean, granted, I don't have a need to be a parent, but if I did, I could never, and I repeat, never see anything that a kid could do that would make me want to fucking turn my back on them and say, fuck you, I don't ever want to see you again. You're against my Bible. I don't want to talk to you anymore. There are so many people. 11% of LGBT people have been involved in domestic violence. And here's the one, going back to the discussion about turning your back on your kids. 18% of LGBT people have experienced homelessness at some point in their lives. 18%. That's almost 20%. When the fuck is this going to be something to where the extreme religious bigots are going to shut the fuck up and realize that they don't need to be turning their back on kids that come out as gay, bi, trans, pan, whatever in the LGBT spectrum? When the what? What do you want to do? Like, seriously, what do you want to do? Do you want to fucking kill all of us? I would say, go ahead. You can fucking kill all of us. You can fucking kill all the LGBT people on the planet now. But guess what? The LGBT population is going to come back around again, motherfucker. You're not going to be able to get rid of gay people because you can't get rid of homosexuality because, newsflash, it's in almost every fucking species, you dumbasses. I'm sorry, this is something that just gets me revved the fuck up. Because, yes, I will admit, okay, I understand. Actually, I don't understand. I'm not even going to pretend that I try and understand you because I don't. There are people who love their kids when they have fucking murdered somebody, but those are still the same people who would turn their back on their kids if they were gay, if they were they were lesbian, if they were gay, if they were bisexual, if they were trans. I'm not saying you have to get it. I'm saying you should love what is yours. What is your child? You should love those children. And now that I've gone into the gay community, or gone into the straight community, gay people, guess what? I'm going to come the fuck after you too. With this next stat, that 51% of minority ethnic people have seen some sort of discrimination in the LGBT community. This is what I'm going to say right now. We all have preferences. I understand that. But people who put no fats, no femmes, no Asians on your fucking profiles, you're disgusting. You're disgusting, you're gross, and I don't know. I don't want to wish murder upon anybody, but sometimes reading that fucking shit, it's like, if you're not interested in me, just tell me. Don't put rude shit on your fucking profiles. And for people who say no Asians, no blacks, no Hispanics. First of all, I will say this is the first time I'm not getting mad. Girl, you fucking missing out on some good dick. That's what I'm going to say. Saying, oh, I'm a white person and I only want to be with white people. Here's a statistic for you. Not a statistic, but a fact. Interracial relationships are the way of the fucking future. So I understand you've seen 500,000 Disney movies where white people only fall in love with white people, but guess what? That's not the way of the future. The way of the future is white people dating black people, white people dating Asians, black people dating white people, black people dating Hispanic people dating white people, etc. We are all on this planet in a melting pot of cultures. So I will say this. If you want to be so narrow-minded that you just put yourself in a teeny tiny little box and you just want to date white people. First of all, I will say this. This is someone. I have been with white guys before. I have been with black guys before. I have been with Hispanic guys before. Firstly, black and Hispanic guys, in my opinion, do it better. But that doesn't mean that I won't give any white guy a chance. But he's got to come on with, like, well, actually, how do I say this? Oh, fuck, it is my show. He's got to be packing downstairs. And that's not saying that, oh, all black guys have ginormous dicks. I mean, I haven't found it not to be true, but it might not be true. Anyway, what am I saying? Back to discrimination. So, as I say, you can be part of the, quote, mayonnaising. I'll make up that term. I'll use that term. The mayonnaising of the United States, which is what most people are in, where they only date people in their race. And to me, man, first of all, to me, that just seems so boring. Like, only dating people in your race. Like, I don't get it. Because, let's just say this, if you're dating somebody outside of your race, they have a different life experience than you. And it's something that you could, like, grow from. But I know plenty of people, especially white bottoms, who are like, I'm scared. I'm scared of black dick. I'm scared that it's gonna hurt. Newsflash, dumbasses, all dick fucking hurts. A little bit. If you have a top who knows what the fuck they're doing, they'll find a way to, like, not make you in a ton of pain, but you're taking a dick in your ass. It's gonna hurt a little. But, whoo! Once it gets in and he starts going, the ecstasy. The ecstasy, yes. This would be where some people in the comments, if people were, like, actually feeling like commenting, where they'd say, oh, look at this slut fucking talking. First of all, that's another thing in the gay community. Stop slut-shaming each other. I know women do it all the time, too. But that shit needs to stop. Like, so what? You're talking about, oh, he's over there trying to get a guy. Motherfucker, you probably had a whole fucking circuit party in your ass. And you're going to sit there and talk about some guy trying to get some dick one night? Fuck you. Like, honestly, we all have sex. I mean, granted, not all gay people are promiscuous. But for those of us who are, just know that for some of us, we're making up for lost time. I'm saying some of us. I was a fucking virgin till 23. Like, I'm gonna be reclaiming what I missed. And plus, you only live once. And if you're gonna live, you might as well live having as much fun as you can. I'm talking about fun in the sex way. I mean, granted, I've never done drugs. I've been around it. I used to have all sorts of shit in my apartment that other people would do. And I say to you, you do you, boo. Just make sure to get up when I need it. I am so glad that this stream is turning out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to be like crying. I mean, granted, yes, those statistics are sad. And it's sad that I may say this and shit may not change. But I'm so glad my hoe tendencies fucking came in and I mean, honestly, what the fuck? If you can't be a hoe, what's the point in living? I'm gonna print that on a t-shirt. If you can't be a hoe, what the fuck's the point in living? I mean, listen, you're gonna be dead at some point. I can't believe I forgot the word for dead, but I blanked. My hair's white, I'm a blonde. Anyway, you're gonna be dead at some point. So, if you want to say I've only been with one person, that's you. Boring. But that's you. And I'm not saying you got to sleep with like the Superdome, but you can have a little fun. And if you want to sleep with like the amount of people in the Superdome, then fucking do it. Because at some point, you're going to get old, and you're not going to be able to have sex anymore. I don't know exactly what that age is, because I thought like once you got closer to like 50, 60, that you were not going to be able to like fuck anymore, but apparently that's not true. I have a friend who's a priest who's like, he's not a priest in the Catholic Church. He's a priest in like one of the, well, not in the Roman Catholic Church, in one of those like New Agey Catholic churches where he's allowed to be a priest and somehow still allowed to be like a leather daddy, which, yas, queen, work. But I will say that. I will say snap, 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 yas, bitch. You do you. You fucking do you, bitch. Because at the end of the day, what's the point? Literally, if you get your rocks off by snorting cocaine off a twink's fucking ass in the bathroom, fucking do it. I mean, as I said, you only live once. So, do you? Fucking be honest, be you, and just be face down, ass up if that's how you want to live your life. I would say it. I'm jealous of some people who have sex every night. I'd fucking love to do that. That sounds amazing. The fact that, like, granted, I do have a special friend, and I have been having sex once a week recently. But for people who have sex every night, work, bitch, work. That sounds awesome. That also sounds like a lot of fucking work, but that sounds awesome. You do you. I love it. I will say this. I think I'm actually going to end early today because I've said all that I have to say. Anyway, this has been the Opinionated Bitch. I have been your fabulous drag queen host, Prince Electro Diamond, and I hope you've enjoyed.